Hey YouTube, it's raining here. Sweating, it's super hot. I'm shooting a video tonight, and it's middle February 2019, and I just hold on. I can barely see out of my car. I gotta back up. It's really foggy in here. I'm telling you guys, like, I don't understand it. Maybe I never will, and maybe that's the point. But I've met so many cool people who are out there struggling really badly, and I haven't figured it out. But I've had a lot of progress. Tonight I felt, and today I felt extremely anxious last few days. And I'm like in the middle, right? So I'm just in the middle. There's people that have gotten fully better, living full lives, and then there's people that can't leave their house at all. I'm sort of stuck in the middle, and I'm on the fringe of like 10 different diagnoses, so none of this which I like. But anyway, sorry, I digress. I'm pushing myself to try to be somewhat human and do things. I had something I was gonna say, damn it, and now I can't think. Oh shoot, the reason I made the video. So I believe God spoke to me again, and I know that sounds crazy. I'm not one of those people that, nothing against those people, but you know, that preach a lot and like get really, I'm not really overly into it. And actually I kind of wish I was. I wish I had that level of conviction, because I know that can heal me, but I don't. But I want to say that God talked to me last night through images while I was laying down trying to go to sleep, and I also could hear an internal voice which wasn't mine, and sort of explaining to me, wow, looks like traffic coming up here. Oh my gosh, it's an accident, damn it. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And he basically made it very clear to me, and I was pretty shocked, and it makes a lot of sense, that part of what's wrong with me is sort of a sorry. I know I'm stopping. I'm sorry, guys. There's an accident, and there's cop cars, and I'm trying to merge. But I realize there's no silence in my life at all. And maybe you're the same, or maybe you're on the spectrum, but back in the day, we used to, I was watching TV last night, and it's 70s. Oh, a guy went off the road, damn. The 70s film, or 70s show based in the 70s. And, they have dinner, and the guy grabs a newspaper, and I'm thinking, up until recently, in the past 10 years, really, 10, 15 years, we didn't really do any of the stuff we do now, and I'm constantly on my phone talking, a lot of, half business, half personal, a lot of which is just complaining about issues, and it's to other people that also are suffering, and it's not all bad, trying to figure things out and compare notes, some of that's healthy and some of it's not, but overall it's not healthy behavior. I'm completely became enamored and slowly this slowly escalated, and God showed me last night how bad it really is. I have no silence, and part of that could be psychological from the ghosts as a child calling my name. I've been scared of silence since then. Part of it could just be I can talk forever. I just don't like silence, and God told me last year that the healing, the cure to my issues was silence. And I didn't really heed that advice. I'm trying to incorporate it more in my life, but it's not easy for me to do. And I'm never silent. Even when I lay down to meditate, I listen to guided imagery. So I'm listening to guided imagery. When I go running, I don't listen to nature. I actually listen to my music, which I like. I go to the gym, I don't listen to people in the gym and the machines or anything. I don't hear the native sounds. I'm actually listening to music again. At night before bed, I'm watching a TV program. During the day, I'm doing business on the phone or taking breaks and playing a video game. I'm never in tune with my surroundings. And how do I expect to be anything different or better if I'm constantly pushing myself away from the real world, which is the pavement under my feet. It's the clanking of the treadmill. It's the silence and the birds chirping. It's the waves at the ocean. I've always been at the ocean, just building sandcastles. Go, go, go. I'm just, I guess it's my ADHD nature or something, but going against that now is very hard, and I have to taper that, and it's hard to do. I sit in silence for 5 minutes and I feel really bad, and I feel like not only silence, but I have to be on my phone. I have to be checking my emails. I'm constantly checking my email, or check the weather, or flip through CNN feed, or whatever it is. But I think that I'm not the only one like this. Maybe I am, but I doubt it. And this is conditioned over time. This didn't happen to me overnight. It wasn't something I tried to accomplish. It wasn't something I said, I'm going to set out to be always staring at the screen and always never having silence. But the truth is that we're supposed to have silence in our lives, and I'm unbalanced. Even right now, I'm driving home, and instead of just driving home in silence, I'm talking to you, or if I wasn't talking to you, I'd be talking to someone else. If I wasn't talking to someone else, I'd be listening to music. So I'm going to start practicing little exercises about, just like, what if I left my phone at home and went on a 5-minute walk? I don't have agoraphobia, but I have fear of being away from my phone. I haven't had a panic attack in 67 years, but I'd probably have one if I was a mile from my phone without having it. That's how bad it's gotten. And I never was that way. I never thought I'd ever be that way. And I don't go on social media, so it's not really social media. It's just stimulus in general. I need that constant stimulation, and I think that it's the common occurrence. And I just had that epiphany that God revealed to me last night, and I was just like, wow. And it just kind of was flashes. It was flashing, showing me my day and how my day has been for so many years. And it's a big part of the problem. And sometimes I get forced into being around people, and I'm miserable and I'm scared and I don't want to be, because it's outside of my comfort zone. Because years ago, when all this fell apart, I was so bad mentally. I couldn't function. I couldn't really be around people. And I've gotten better, but I don't know how to test those waters. And when I'm forced to, many times, or sometimes, half the time, I have a decent time, and it wasn't that bad. What was worse was the anticipation of the people coming over, or the anticipation that I wouldn't be able to be well enough to hang out with them, or I'd be too tired, or they would see the real me and they would see how sick I really am, over over these years of burnout. And the sitting there by yourself, constantly creating stimulus and being friends with your phone and talking on a rectangle, having a rectangle on your head the whole day, and just, even at night when I sleep, since I was 10 years old, I've had a fan blowing in my face. So there's not a minute of the day that I'm in silence. And if I sit in silence, I tried it for like 3 or 4 minutes, it feels like an eternity, and I feel like I'm going crazy. So I'd like some people to chime in, because I really think that this is a cultural, conditioned, like almost syndrome, and it's probably people with anxiety and ADHD are very susceptible to kind of being sucked into it, and even healthy people probably have a problem with it, but it's not like affecting them. But obviously when I stopped working like in an office job, full-time job around actual people, now I work from home alone, it got even worse, because I didn't have to be around people. So now I really have to force myself to go out, because I really don't have to if I don't want to. So anyway, this is let me know what you think, and I'm gonna sign off and then go watch TV, because there's gonna be way too much silence between me getting out of my truck and walking into the house. Okay, God bless. I'll talk to you later.